Coming up, search and rescue teams continue the hope of finding a missing West Fargo man. And several storage units were significantly damaged in a fire in West Fargo. Plus, Russia is launching new attacks on Ukraine while the U.S. pledges to send more aid. Valley News Live at 10 starts now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
New tonight at 10. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nisha Taylor. A Fargo South High School teacher may be facing firing due to possible misconduct. A parent of a former student of that teacher is now speaking out to share her daughter's experience with hopes of spreading a message. Valley News Team's Erin Walling has the story.
That's why I don't want to see people like this in positions of power over children. If there's any question, any doubt that they should not be in a teaching position.
This is the voice of a concerned mother. She says her daughter was taught by Fargo South High School teacher Kevin Kennedy, who is now embroiled in controversy. An investigation was opened after the school district received a complaint on March 10th, reporting Kennedy had crossed boundaries with students and created an uncomfortable learning environment. This mother didn't want to show her face, but wanted to get the message out there. According to this mother, she made a complaint during the 2017-2018 school year after her daughter finally opened up on what happened. Her daughter claims she confided in Kennedy about another student making advances towards her. When told about this, Kennedy allegedly did not believe her daughter
And continued to ridicule her for it, which was pretty devastating.
The daughter says one time she stood up to Kennedy, and he allegedly took things a bit further.
He retaliated towards her when she tried to stand up for her friends by commenting on her skin tone, disparaging her hair texture, other comments about her physical appearance.
After the situations with Kennedy, this mother says her daughter's mood, schooling, and mental health began to change drastically.
Life-altering, shocking, devastating, because I didn't see it coming, and I just never would have expected it. And it's still life-changing. Thank God she's okay today. But I mean, I have a lot of anger about it.
Now she hopes the right decision is made at the school board meeting. In Fargo, Erin Walling, Valley News Live.
The superintendent has recommended the firing of the teacher. Kennedy's fate will be decided on Tuesday by the Fargo School Board. Also new tonight, Senator John Hoeven earns the ND GOP nomination, defeating State Representative Rick Becker by nearly 200 votes at the ND GOP convention. More than 2,300 delegates were in attendance, making this the largest GOP convention in state history. 8 statewide offices looked for endorsements at this year's convention. The only challenge was for U.S. Senator, in which incumbent U.S. Senator John Hoeven was challenged for his seat by State Representative Rick Becker.
Now, in all these areas, with every decision, when I'm down there working for you, when I'm voting, I don't sit around and think, gee, what kind of rating am I going to get from some Washington, D.C. group based on this vote? I do what's good for North Dakota.
Becker has said he will honor the convention results and won't run in the primary. It's been more than 5 months since a West Fargo man was last seen. Today, a volunteer search and rescue organization teamed up with several agencies in Bismarck, hoping to find the missing man. Daniel Burbank has more.
The Badlands Search and Rescue Team granting us access as volunteers with Team 3 walk through the woods near Cottonwood Park.
Just looking for whatever, that's at a place.
Daniel Olson from West Fargo was reported missing last October when he didn't show up for work. On November 4th, Bismarck police officers discovered his vehicle near Cottonwood Park.
We did a bunch of searching and a bunch of investigation since then, and just have really not turned up anything.
Dozens from Bismarck Police Department, North Star Rescue from Minnesota, and friends Daniel served with in Iraq are hoping to find him.
This is a pretty big deal, and I hope we can get some closure here for the family.
GPS technology on cell phones and drones will help teams keep track of each search area efficiently.
And as somebody who's been in law enforcement, it's really fun to watch to see how these professional search teams operate. anybody could come out here and learn something from these guys.
Bismarck police say there's no indication of foul play with Olson's disappearance. In Bismarck, I'm Daniel Burbank, Valley News Live.
Early this afternoon, crews from West Fargo and Fargo fire departments battled a fire at a local storage facility. When fire crews arrived around 2:30, they found flames coming from one of the storage units. Fire officials say it appeared squatters may have been living in a unit. Although the cause is still under investigation, fire officials told Valley News Live that they believe a space heater may have started the fire. Due to the blaze, multiple other units suffered significant damage. Officials say no one was found at the scene, but possible victims suffering from burns did show up to a local hospital. And Fargo firefighters responded to a garage fire this afternoon. They were called to a home on 58th Avenue near 25th Street for the report of that fire. According to dispatch audio, firefighters could see smoke coming from the structure. The extent of the damage is still unclear, and it's not known if anyone was injured. We will have more details on this as they become available. In Ukraine today, Russian forces launching a series of new attacks across the country, and as the U.S. pledges more support and military aid to Ukraine. Cole Higgins has the latest, and we want to warn you, some of the video may be graphic.
Gunfire and explosions disperse a crowd of peaceful protesters in Russian-held Energodar Saturday, and disturbing video from outside Kyiv. Bodies are strewn across the streets of Bucha, a village on the outskirts of the Ukrainian capital. After about 5 weeks of near constant fighting, Ukrainians have retaken the town from retreating Russians.
The withdrawal is slow but noticeable. Somewhere they are expelled with battles, somewhere they leave positions on their own.
More welcome news for the Ukrainian people. More than 4,000 civilians were evacuated on Saturday, including more than 1,000 from the besieged southeastern city of Mariupol. And satellite images show Russia's military abandoning a strategic airport outside of Kyiv, which they captured on the first day of the war.
Don't trust the de-escalation a la Putin, because this would be words without deeds. And if Putin just regrouping.
The Pentagon announcing this week an additional $300 million in security assistance to Ukraine. The new package including equipment such as drones, armored vehicles, and ammunition. Germany has also approved the delivery of 56 combat tanks to Ukraine, according to the German Defense Ministry.
We are supporting also from Germany with weapons, but it's in Putin's hands because he's the one who started the war without any reason, and it's just now his responsibility to end the war.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Later on Valley News Live at 10, the 31st annual powwow returns to Concordia College. And summer's up next with another look at your forecast.